What's happening? How's it going? I was just messing around. Sometimes I just trip myself out, that's all, to be honest. Hey, what's up, Carmen? How you doing? Glad to see you. What's going on with you today? How are you today? Everything good where you are? Um, we just had tornado-like conditions again. Just um a little while ago. A couple of rounds just went through. One about an hour ago, and one a few minutes ago. Some really, really, really high winds and stormy conditions. Trying to escape the heat. You know what? Before before the storms came in a few minutes ago, and about an hour ago, it was really oppressive heat out there. It was some, that it was that really, really oppressive, muggy heat. What's up, Charles? It was that real, like a warm, wet blanket on you kind of heat out there earlier today. And then I went out there to mess around in the garden, and it was so uncomfortable. And I don't keep my house cold. I don't keep my house cold at all. I keep my house pretty much you know low 80s most of the time. I don't try to keep my house in the 70s and stuff like that. Um, I just keep my house in like 81, 82, 83 degrees all the time. That way, heat index 111. Damn. 111. Jesus Christ. Damn, you in hell, ain't you? 111. I don't really know what the temperature was, but when I went out there earlier to get some tomatoes out the garden. It was it was like I somebody had threw this warm, wet cover on me, and I'm walking around with it. It was uncomfortable as hell. And the storm just went through, and it's not as bad then. And I turned around and I did turn the air conditioner on a little bit. Uh, Need to look at the weather here. Yeah. Jeez, heat index 111. No, I don't need to see the weather there. And I like it hot. I do like it hot. I don't mind the heat. But when it's really muggy, when it's a muggy, wet, that latent heat kind of thing. For anybody that doesn't know what latent heat is the moisture in the air. When it's that moisture, that hot moisture in the air, that is really uncomfortable. What's up, James? That is a really uncomfortable feeling. And I came back in the house. I'm like, man, forget this. That was crazy. Um, so we had these storms going through again, and they talking about the. They were saying that 60-mile-an-hour winds are the type of winds that will knock over a semi truck on the highway. They said some of these storms that went through recently were 100-mile-an-hour winds. Now, I can only assume they're not calling that a tornado because it was sideways winds. It was not a winding wind. But the effect is the same. A 100 mile an hour wind is a 100 mile an hour wind if it goes straight or goes around. Power's out. Power and internet is out over there. Oh, really? Oh, man, sorry to hear that. Man, that ain't good. Uh, I'm assuming it's the power's out in a bunch of places. Our power did not go out. I'm surprised. I am surprised. Our power did not go out in this area. There may be a couple streets over. I haven't been out there since these storms went through. A lot of rain, a lot of rain, a lot of wind. Knocked over. I have raised garden in the back. I have several raised gardens back there, and it knocked over a couple of those. So I had to go out and upright those, and it wasn't as muggy. So thank goodness. It did knock that oppressive mugginess down. Man. I trust everybody's doing well. I just watched the news just before coming on, and the guy in the White House said he's pausing the attacks in Iran because they're in very deep talks. And they immediately announced that the Iranians have reported that they're in no talks with America right now. So who you going to believe? You're going to believe the Iranians, or you're going to believe that guy in the White House? Unfortunately, we can't believe that guy in the White House, because just last week, last Friday, last Thursday, last Wednesday, Pete Hegseth and the Hegseth gang was on Capitol Hill begging for more money. Why are they begging for more money? Because they have thrown away so much ammunition that we need to be holding on to. They've thrown so much ammunition at Iran, and Iran is thumbing their nose at them. I'm going to believe the Lego news. Yeah, speaking of Lego news, you know what? They came out with something. Apparently, in the Charlie Kirk murder trial, there's a glitch. There's a little problem going on. You know, I heard they had about a week ago. I was listening to some facts of the case, and they were talking about some problems going on in the Charlie Kirk murder case. So, matter of fact, let's listen to what the Lego News got to say about that right quick.
They said it was a shooting, but the bullets don't match. Bullets don't match. Official story cracking fast. Bullets don't match. Something ain't adding up in the past. They showed the video, they showed the note, but the ballistics still got hold. They put a man on the roof. In the footage they play, left a note and some text that they say sealed the fate. DNA on the towel, they said very likely not locked. Roommates DNA mixed in the match wasn't sold out. One spin case in one story. go far. Even Iran let goes asking what they trying to hide. Sacred defense sees the cracks, we don't bother quiet. They said it was simple, one shot, one man. But the science is talking, and it's not the same plan. Bullets don't match. Official story cracking fast. Bullets don't match. Something ain't adding up in the past. They showed the video, they showed the note, but the ballistics still got holes. Sacred defense, we see the cracks. Questions remain. Sacred defense.
Boy, I tell you what, them boys be on it, don't they? Them boys, they are on top of everything going on over here. Man. I guess. Man. Bullets don't match. Well, I guess that's a problem then, ain't it? That's a problem. You know? Can't put a man on trial with bad evidence. Hey man, that's bad news there. Hey Carmen, you know what? I would be willing to guess, step out on a limb and say yes, it must be another shooter. The one guy definitely wasn't shooting two different weapons. He definitely wasn't shooting two different weapons himself. So I don't know what to say. The bullets don't fit, they must have quit. Hey, that's right. If the bullets don't fit, they must have quit. Oh my goodness. You're right. You're absolutely right. Boy, I love y'all. Y'all kill me. Yeah, that is absolutely the truth. You know, hey, can't get up there with bad bullets, bad ballistics. If the ballistics ain't working, that's that case gonna get tossed out. Oh man, I lost my train of thought. Oh boy. And then to add insult to injury, the White House itself. The White House on its website is putting out all manner of crazy shit. Harry Sisson had I think that's his name, Harry Sisson. I believe that's his name. He put up a post today. Well, I just show you. Look what post he put up today that they showing on the White House website.
Last night, Donald Trump and the White House actually posted this video online. Yes, this is real. Yeah, I don't even know what we just watched.
That's what the White House is putting out. That's coming out of the White House. Can somebody tell me when Rod Serling gonna step out? Tell me when is Rod Serling gonna step out and let us know we in the Twilight Zone? That's what's on the coming out of the White House. Somebody tell me what they think the Republicans would have been doing today if Barack Obama's White House had put that out overnight. What would the Republicans be doing today if Barack Obama's White House would have put that out on the official White House website? Yes, what the hell? Really? That's what y'all post? That's what these people are posting? That's what these people are posting. These people are posting this stuff. And I mean, you have got to be kidding me. You got to be insane to even. How crazy must you be to put that on the official White House website? I mean, Jesus Christ. Oh boy, oh boy. I don't know. I just don't know. I just, every day they get even much more stranger before the November election. Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, as a matter of fact, um, yeah, I got a feeling there's some shenanigans coming down that we have yet to uh, even ponder because uh, Stephen Miller had something to say this weekend, and it was kind of scary. Stephen Miller put out something this weekend, and it was kind of scary. Inmates running the asylum. Yeah, yeah, yes, yes. Now, y'all know who Stephen Miller is. Stephen Miller is the guy that's basically running the White House. We know there's nobody else there running the White House. It's Stephen Miller. He's running the whole shebang. You got the guy that's posting every damn thing. The actual person that's supposed to be running the White House, she is not there because apparently there's a health issue going on in the family. She's not there. Susie Wild. And isn't that an interesting name? Susie Wild. Anyway, so Stephen Miller's running the White House right now. And Stephen Miller is uh, Stephen Miller, okay? You guys go on YouTube and just watch videos of Stephen Miller and get an idea. Stephen Miller is he would be if we were talking about Hitler and those people back in the 30s, Stephen Miller would be Heinrich Himmler. If you remember who Heinrich Himmler is, Heinrich Himmler was something else. I'll tell you what, the funny thing about that, The guy, what was his name? I can't think of his name now. He used to work for Trump. Jeez, I can't think of his name. He looks something like Heinrich Himmler. Man, his name is getting away from me. But I digress. Stephen Miller would be Heinrich Himmler today. And he put out something that is very interesting. I'm going to play this clip. Listen to what Stephen Miller has to say. 99 days till the election. Now that's scary. That's scary. You just said 99 days to the election. That's kind of scary. 99 days? That means summer's over with. That means summer's almost over. Man. Oh, that's right. Next week will be August, huh? What day is this? Next week is August. I didn't even realize that. I did not realize next week we will be in August. The summer is leaving too fast. Damn. The summer's leaving too fast. Anyway, let me play this clip of Stephen Miller. Listen very carefully. Yeah, you just ruined my whole summer saying that. Wow. I did not realize summer is almost gone. That's crazy. Not for Florida. Okay. Not for Florida. I got you. Man, I gotta do some shit. Oh my goodness. It's just going away. That's crazy. It's going away. Man. I got a feeling I'm gonna be drunk tonight. Anyway. I'm gonna play this clip, Stephen Miller. And I tell you what, pay very close attention to what this dude is saying. Pay very close attention to what he is saying. This guy is saying some very dangerous shit. He's saying some very dangerous stuff. He is literally saying they're about to start going after Democrats. But listen to what he's describing the liberals do. He's describing the liberals in a way that completely mirrors what the Republicans are planning to do today. Listen to what he's saying and understand he's letting you know what they intend to start doing now. Check it out.
Of course, to Secretary of State Rubio for organizing this conference and for leading this initiative. Here in the United States, we have taken the necessary and essential action of formally recognizing left-wing violence as a form of political terrorism that is a direct threat to our national security and the survival of our Republican form of government. President Trump issued a directive, in our parlance, it's called a National Security Presidential Memorandum, or NSPM, NSPM 7 to be exact, that directs for the first time in American history all of our law enforcement and intelligence agencies to work together to disrupt, identify, defund, debank, arrest, and prosecute these political terrorists that are operating in our country. It's very important to understand that left-wing political terrorism seeks as its ultimate end the overthrow of our system and form of government. And we've seen this has taken place many times in many places throughout the years, and Secretary Rubio has provided you many examples. Left-wing terrorism always ends in bloodshed, misery, and suffering. It only can travel in one direction. There's no point at which the left-wing terrorist is satisfied with his gains and ceases progressing. Inevitably, left to run its course, it always becomes a gulag. It always becomes the mass imprisonment of political enemies, the stripping of their rights and freedoms, inflicting immense pain, humiliation, suffering, in order to establish complete and total control. Control through psychological and physical and actual terror.
Now, he just described what they're doing today with ICE and all of the other things going after the people like James Comey and all. He just described what they're doing right now and said that the president, now understand something, this NSPM 7, there's no such thing as an official NSPM. This National Security Presidential Memorandum, that's something that they've made up. That's not a real thing. That's some new shit that they came up with. And he said apparently NSPM 7. So there must be 6 other ones we don't know anything about. And what's wrong with them people? They crazy. That's what's wrong. That's what's wrong. That dude is crazy. He is absolutely stock raving mad. So they've made up these presidential memorandums that this guy is signing to make it some kind of official document that they can coordinate with all of national security and police forces across the country to start going after people that they are going to call a left-wing terrorist. They're just going to name you a left-wing terrorist and go after you. That's what they're going to start doing. Because he said that they have now officially decided to start going after these people. They've made it a category. They've actually made this a category. Left-wing terrorists. There's no such thing as a left-wing terrorist. There's terrorists. Now, if you're committing some kind of terrorism, there's no left-wing and right-wing terrorists. They're terrorists. Okay? If you're doing some terrorist shit, in whatever name you're doing it in, you're a terrorist. All Democrats. Yeah, that's the plan. As a matter of fact, they went into court last week. Can you believe this? They have held, this White House has held up $8 billion in state projects around the country, water projects, infrastructure projects, all manner of projects. $8 billion worth of money they've held up. And they went into court and had to admit in court that they were all just held up in Democratic states. They've been holding up the money, the federal money, from the Democratic states just because they're Democratic states. Now, to a crazy man, that may sound okay, that he playing politics. But no state is all Democrat or Republican. There's Republicans in every state, and there's Democrats in every state. But because he did not win that state, he's holding up government projects in the state just because he didn't win the state. That is insane. And this man, Stephen Miller, literally just told you, he literally just put the plan out there. This is what we're going to do. Because he says if liberal policies are allowed to go forward Everything he said about liberals, just put Republican in there. Everything he said about liberals, just put Republican in there instead. He was literally saying what happens under every Republican. Every Republican. He was just saying that. Just go back in history. Go back in history. Which party is just trying to rule with fear and physical violence? Which party's doing that? Which group of folks is doing that? I just need Rod Serling to step out and tell me I'm wrong. You know, Rod, step out with your smoke, smoking your cigarette, and tell me I'm wrong. So they probably they're working out the details. They got 99 days to put this plan into fruition. They working out the details of how they're going to get law enforcement involved in this. Now this I got to see. How will they get law enforcement involved in this? This NSPM 7, National Security Presidential Memorandum. That's some shit that's just made up. That ain't worth the paper it's written on. Not to mention, if that's number 7, what's the other 6 say? If there's 6 more of them for this to be 7, man. I tell you what, I sure do wanna. I hope he step out. At least I know. Okay, that's all. I just need to know. Mm, mm, mm. 99 days, y'all. 99 days. We're going to have an election. By the way, go and check your registrations. Make sure you go and start checking your registration, your voter registration. Start checking it and check it twice. Because it is, it's shenanigan time. This is about the time the shenanigans start, where they start trying to kick people off the voter rolls. So start checking. Trump's gonna scream the vote rigged. Yeah, that's what he's gonna. He already made the speech that night. He came out on TV and told the world that that's the plan. That's the plan. We finna start saying it's rigged immediately. That sign posts up ahead. That sign posts up ahead. Oh man, yeah. The Twilight Zone. Oh boy. But yeah, that speech he came out and gave that other night that I don't think anybody paid any attention to. That's literally what he said during the speech. That's what the speech was about. They intend to start nice and early talking about it's rigged. Now here's the interesting part. Here's the interesting part with the it's rigged stuff. The first thing, let's remember, all of this rigged stuff was during his first term. How would the Democrats rig anything during your term? That's what I want to know. All of this rigged stuff only come out when he's in office. It's never rigged when he's not in office. It's always rigged when he's in office. And it's always in the Republican states. It's rigged in Georgia. It's rigged in Arizona. Those are Republican states. How are the Democrats rigging it in Republican states? You tell me. I don't know this. But yeah, it's going to be rigged. Of course it's going to be rigged. Of course it's going to be rigged. They gearing up for it. I tell you what. Pay close attention to the voter registration. Make sure you're registered to vote. And make sure that you tell people that you know to check their registration, because these people love to kick people off of the voter rolls. You know, they love to do that. I got this other clip too. I was thinking about ever since Lindsey Graham passed away, before I forget, ever since Lindsey Graham passed away, there's more and more. Now, I knew what a rotten guy he was, but there's all sorts of stuff coming out. Now, we knew he was gay. Everybody knew it. Everybody knows it. Okay, everybody knows it. Everybody knows Lindsey Graham was gay. I knew it. I don't even know the man, but I knew it. Okay. That ain't the thing. The thing is what a rotten dude he was. That's the thing. The thing is the delight he got out of being in wartime. This guy got a delight out of it. Check this clip out of Lindsey. This is a clip of Lindsey Graham enjoying himself after helping to talk Donald Trump into going to war. Check this out.
Everything they have has been knocked out now. Their missile count is going way down. No. Amazingly, they're hitting countries that
Look what we've done here.
I know.
I almost cried.
Yeah.
I mean, like, how long have we been pushing this?
Well, I mean, you've been pushing this for years, right?
Right. It's here. I talked to Trump this morning.
It's literally.
Oh, he's jacked.
Yeah.
It's the best thing I've ever done. He loves blowing stuff up. So, there are a lot of people inside didn't want to do it. So I've had my challenges. But President Trump, when he gets into the zone, he listens, he asks good questions, no tweeting. He has done he hadn't tweeted much at all, no drama. He's been a great wartime president. I said last night that Trump and Bibi are like Roosevelt and Churchill. I mean, they're the right two guys to confront this evil.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? The dude was enjoying the fact that he didn't talk this fool into going to war. Him and Netanyahu talked this idiot into going to war. I knew he was a rotten dude. But you never know how rotten somebody is until all of the stuff start coming out after they done died, Why ain't none of this coming out while he was alive? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. I got to be honest about something, too. There's two people. And I said this before, I'm pretty sure. But there's two people that I feel have done this country the most harm that anybody could do. Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell. Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell I hope they get back together soon. Let me put it that way. I hope they get back together soon. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say on that. One more thing. Has anyone been thinking about the folks that are still going to be voting the wrong way this year? There's still about 25% that still feels like this guy's doing a good job. I think it was the latest poll said 24%. So let's just say 25%. I saw a guy today reading an article, and one thing I when I'm listening to someone read an article, or if I'm reading an article myself, you can almost tell how intellectual a person is that wrote the article, because sometimes they're really wordy. Intellectuals are very wordy. They don't come to the point and get done. You know, people who strive. There's two kinds of people. There's the guy that can't get his thoughts together, that can't come to the point, and then there's the intellectual. The intellectual, he just has 1,000 words to say what he means. That's just the way it is. But I did like this article this guy was reading, and I thought it bared mention. I'm going to play this clip, listen to it, try and not get lost in it, but listen. It is very true. It's just so true. It's wordy, but it's true. Listen to this.
Very interesting article. Havlovitz, I don't know how to say his name. He says we can't change these hateful people in America. We have to outnumber them. Let me read this to you. He says, we've tried for 10 years now. We've tried to understand them. We've tried to listen to them. We've given them the benefit of the doubt. We've tried not to assign motive to them, not to speculate as to why they voted the way they voted, not to believe they consented to every cruel thing their vote birthed and has enabled. We've tried not to caricaturize them, not to make them into one-dimensional stereotypes, not to treat them as some fictional other whose presence posed a threat. We've tried appealing to their sense of decency, to their capacity for compassion, to their faith in Jesus. We've quietly endured thousands of their racist outbursts. We've tried pep talks, firm, tough love, expressions of kindness. We've tried discussing theology, sharing stories of oppressed communities, offering facts in the face of 1 million lies generated by their president, and reminding them of the lessons history has already taught us about the steep slope we're currently sliding precipitously down. They have all failed to reach the fertile ground. Nothing has worked. It's all been fruitless. I think it's time to stop saying that we need to understand these people. We do understand them. We understand that they have dug in their heels so deeply they will not be moved by anything, not facts or data or truth or their own eyes. We understand that there is no political scandal massive enough, no post reckless enough, no legislation predatory enough to alter their allegiance. We understand that the past 10 years of viciousness and ineptitude haven't tempered their passions but ignited them. We understand that the image of an angry white American male God is so burned into their brains that they see no conflict with a religion devoid of love, or a world absent diversity, or theology made of malice. We understand that infidelity, dishonesty, obscenity, and cruelty are no longer liabilities in those who lead them. We understand that the Fox News poison has so fully circulated through their systems that truth is no longer necessary. We understand that white supremacists in the cabinet and Russian infiltration in our elections and children separated from their parents are all acceptable collateral damage to winning. We understand that their capacity to rationalize away human rights and atrocities now borders on complete delusion. We don't come to this understanding with any joy or self-satisfaction. We come to it with sober despair and the deepest grief, because we know, practically speaking, that right now they are unreachable.
They're unreachable. Dr. Manny Scott, thank you for reading that to us. That is so true. Everything that man just read is just so true. It doesn't matter how many families these people break up. It doesn't matter how many laws these people put in that destroy them. Right now, today, right now as we speak, there's farmers with their crops rotting on the ground because they don't have the people to harvest the crops. And they voted for that. I hate the people having their hunts. They'll vote for Trump. Yeah, they will still vote for Trump. Yeah. No matter how far he take, yeah, no matter how far they take him down. Republicans for life. Once a zombie, always a zombie. Like James said, once a zombie, always a zombie. But today, this is the killer. Today, there are farmers out there with their crops rotting on the ground and in the trees. Out in California. Imagine if 70% of your workforce ain't there anymore. That's 70% of your crop not getting picked. The housing market down in Florida is in the gutter. Nobody to build the houses. Nobody on the cruise. Can't go by Home Depot no more and pick up nobody. You know, used to be able to go by Home Depot, grab you a crew of guys. Not no more. And what makes that the worst is that they will go in this November and vote for it again. The stench coming from Washington is so great, they will hold their nose and vote for it again. They're unreachable. That's the truest thing I've seen. It's like the only thing that's going to matter is if enough people outvote them. From this point on in life, that's the only thing that matters, is getting more people out to vote. because that core of 25% or so, maybe 30%, that core, they're unreachable. Unreachable, period. That's all I got to say about that. I'll leave you on that note. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with me as usual. I tell you what, y'all tickle the hell out of me. Y'all kill me. I love hanging out with y'all. I'm gonna tell you, I love hanging out with y'all. Yeah, everybody got to get out and vote, but we got to get to some of these young folks and get them out to vote. We got to figure out a way. You know what? I got a friend that's got youngins. I'm gonna call them youngins. They grown, but I'm gonna call them youngins. And I've talked to this friend and asked this friend to talk to them youngins. They ain't doing it. They ain't doing no talking. Talk to the young people that you know. Talk to the young people in your family. Talk to people in other families. Talk to the young folks and get them to vote. We need to start talking to these young folks and get them to vote. Get them to understand how important that is. I wish that there was a way, and the Republicans always stand in the way of everything that would make voting popular. There's been bills that have been put out there to make Election Day a holiday. Oh, hell no, the Republicans ain't going for that. Hell no. We need to try and figure out how to make it popular. You too, Carmen. Have a good night and be safe, and I will see you Wednesday. And to the rest of y'all, thanks. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me, and I will see you all Wednesday too. Start talking to these people. Get them to vote. By the way, hit that thumbs up, ring that bell, do all that sort of stuff so the algorithm will do its thing. I appreciate y'all. Thanks. Take it easy.